Let's rewind the tape for a second because context is everything. When the Blue Jays acquired Andrés Giménez, we thought we were getting a cornerstone. We looked at 2022, that magical season where he put up a 7.4 FWAR with Cleveland, playing like an MVP candidate. That is the player the front office paid $106 million for over 7 years. But baseball history is littered with players who had one transcendent season and spent the rest of their careers chasing that ghost. Is Jimenez that guy? Or is he the victim of bad luck and injury? The gap between his ceiling and his floor is the Grand Canyon, and right now, the Blue Jays are setting up camp right on the edge of that cliff. Think back to the Blue Jays teams of the mid-2010s. Remember when we relied on guys like Ryan Goins or Darwin Barney to play everyday innings when Troy Tulowitzki or Devin Travis went down? We loved their gloves, sure, but the offensive black hole at the bottom of the lineup killed rallies before they could even start. We are dangerously close to repeating that history. If Jimenez comes out of the gate hitting 200 again, the pressure on the rest of the lineup, specifically on Okamoto and Vladimir Guerrero Jr., becomes suffocating. Pitchers will simply pitch around the big dogs to get to the easy out at second base. It's a tale as old as the sport itself. Furthermore, the defensive aspect cannot be ignored. Jimenez is elite with the glove when healthy, a platinum-level defender. But a high ankle sprain isn't just a pain tolerance issue for a middle infielder. It saps your range, it kills your lateral movement, and it ruins your ability to turn the double play effectively. If that ankle isn't 100% healed, or if he aggravates it because he's trying to do too much to justify his contract, the entire defensive integrity of the infield collapses. And with a pitcher like Dylan Cease, who relies on swing and miss but also induces ground balls, you need a vacuum cleaner at second base, not a question mark. The front office is banking on 2022 Jimenez walking through that door. But if 2025 Jimenez shows up instead, we are in serious trouble. So, what happens if the worst-case scenario unfolds? What is Plan B? This is where the anxiety really starts to kick in for the knowledgeable fan. You look down at the farm system in Buffalo or New Hampshire, and the cupboard is bare when it comes to MLB-ready second baseman. There is no savior waiting to be called up. There is no next big thing ready to plug and play. The organization has done a great job developing other positions, but the middle infield pipeline has run dry at the exact wrong moment. Ernie Clement is a fan favorite, a grinder, a guy who plays with his hair on fire. But let's be real, in a world without Bo Bichette, Clement isn't your utility guy anymore. He is likely your starting shortstop. You can't clone him. You can't have him play both positions at once. This creates a massive vacuum behind Jimenez. If Jimenez goes down or struggles, who plays second? A non-roster invitee? A waiver wire pickup? That is not how championship teams operate. The Los Angeles Dodgers, the Atlanta Braves, these teams have depth that rivals other teams' starting lineups. The Blue Jays need to adopt that mentality immediately. This brings us to the solution: the trade market. There is chatter, whispers in the wind about a reunion that might make a lot of sense. Santiago Espinal. Yes, our old friend. He's currently grinding on a minor league deal with the Dodgers after being cut by the Reds. Is he a superstar? No. But he is a known commodity. He is an all-star caliber defender who knows this clubhouse, knows this pitching staff, and can handle the pressure of the AL East. Bringing back Espinal, or someone with a similar profile, isn't about finding a new starter. It's about raising the floor. It's about insurance. It's about making sure that if disaster strikes, the season doesn't go off the rails. Imagine the scenario. It's mid-May. The Jays are in a tight race with the Yankees and Orioles. Jimenez tweaks his ankle. Without a trade, you're starting a replacement-level player for 3 weeks, potentially losing 4 or 5 games in the standings. With a trade for a veteran like Espinal, you plug him in, the defense stays elite, and you tread water until your starter returns. That is the difference between a wild card spot and watching the playoffs from the couch. The cap hit for a move like this is negligible, but the impact on the clubhouse chemistry and peace of mind is priceless. Ultimately, this comes down to trust. If Ross Atkins and the front office stand pat, if they go into opening day with this exact roster, they are sending a very specific message. They are telling us, the fans, that they have absolute, unwavering faith in Andrés Giménez's health and resurgence. They are telling us that they believe the internal options are enough. And maybe they are right. Maybe Jimenez returns to his 7 WAR form, wins a Gold Glove, and leads us to the promised land. That is the dream scenario. But hope is not a strategy. We have been burned before by hoping players would figure it out. We have seen seasons derailed by a lack of depth. This is 2026. The window is open, but it won't stay open forever. We have the pitching, we have the power. We just need that one final layer of security to ensure the foundation doesn't crack. Whether it's Espinal or another veteran infielder looking for a home, one more move could be the difference between a parade down Yonge Street and another long, cold winter of what-ifs. So, I turn this over to you, the heartbeat of this franchise. I want to hear from you in the comments right now. Are you riding or dying with Andrés Giménez as the undisputed starter with no safety net? Do you trust him to bounce back to his MVP caliber form? Or do you think the front office is being negligent by not bringing in a veteran backup like Santiago Espinal before the first pitch is thrown? Smash that like button if you think the Jays need one more trade. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single update as we march toward opening day. Let's get the conversation started below, because this season is too important to leave anything to chance.